Hello and welcome to Karmic Bloom. This is your place of remembrance and knowing who you are through the lens of karmic astrology. So, I don't want to have a lot of introduction because I want to get over the perfectionism. I am Virgo moon rising, so perfectionism is always on my way. In today's episode, I want to share with you how I win over AI. End of 2023, I enrolled in a certification to become an astrologer. It is something that I didn't expect to be in, but I feel like astrology called me, or it is a remembrance of my past life, my remembrance of my soul's purpose. That is why I am drawn to a certain specific kind of astrology, which is Karmic Astrology. I became certified early 2024, and since then, I am claiming to myself that I'm an astrologer. I have like the embodiment of being an astrologer. It's not only because I have learned factual things about astrology, the meaning of the planets, the archetypes of the zodiac, but I embodied those things. Like, I understand the meaning. I have the intuitive connection to this craft. Like, it's a remembrance of who I was, of who I really am. Now, with the rise of AI, early 2025, I started to ask AI about the meaning of a certain placement in my chart, which became a rabbit hole until it became a black hole of my identity. Now, I started to ask AI of certain placement, and I was amazed how cohesive it presents, how organized it presents the meaning. And there are also instances that I'm learning from AI. I'm learning on how AI read my chart until I came to a point where I started to doubt myself as an astrologer. I started to doubt my intuition. I started to doubt the wisdom that I hold with astrology because I trusted the robot more than my intuition at that time. It came a point where I trusted the robot more than my human intuition, more than my soul's intuition. And then I spiraled down into doubt of my craft. I spiraled down to withdrawing away from studying astrology, creating content for astrology. It really is like a deep hole of questioning who I am, questioning the astrology that I learned, questioning my intuition in relation to astrology. There's a lot of self doubt, a lot of belittling myself because I am a Filipina, I am fluent in English, but there are like sentences that AI construct it better than I do because I am not a native English speaker. There is a lot of nuance with this. I know that everything that AI is presenting me, it's just knowledge that's been inputted in the internet, knowledge that can be read on books, but it didn't contain the intuition that I hold. Now, there is a placement in my chart that I asked AI, which is the South Node and the North Node, the classic of karmic astrology. Like, this differs karmic astrology from other type of astrology because of the south node and the north node, because this is where the placement of the past life, this is the placement wherein I as a karmic astrologer can see the vision of who you were in your past life, what have you been doing in your past life that hinders you to become the best of who you are, and the key to becoming the best self and in alignment of who you are in this lifetime. Like, this is the cherry on top for karmic astrology. This is like the flavor that's unique of karmic astrology. And lo and behold, that is the time that I realized that my intuition is still better than ChatGPT. Yes, because I know for myself there's a reading from my intuition that is popping on my psyche about my placement that AI cannot interpret. But I myself, my intuition is just reading it. I am seeing the vision with my third eye of the meaning of the placement. Like, I can vividly see the scenario in my mind. I can visualize the picture. Like, I can see the picture in front of me that AI cannot interpret. So it is all been like connected to pieces because I have attended one masterclass from one of the astrologer that I highly look up to, which is Ayesha of Oath Oracle. I look up to her. I've been following her for years because of her darkness, because of her boldness, and because of the way she presented astrology in a way that is just mirroring who I am. Now, I have attended a master class with her, and then she mentioned in that master class that if you feel the embodiment of the sign, the planet, you have the capacity to be an astrologer. And that reminds me of why I studied astrology. This reminds me of why astrology called me to study it like a craft that I have been studying all my life. It's a craft that my soul is just remembering. I can remember now that yes, that what differs me from AI. My embodiment to the craft, my embodiment to the art of astrology, my embodiment to the wisdom, the ancient wisdom of astrology that's been in this world 1,000 years ago. Ancient, a universal language that few people only can understand. Also, I stumbled one of Chelsea Rife's podcasts about AI, how it's turning our human brain into a zombie because instead of thinking creatively, we are just asking AI of everything. And AI hook you into conversation of what's the next thing? Do you want me to do this for you? Do you want me to pop in a journal prompt for your shadow work? Do you want me to do this for your reflection? Do you want me to give you this like that? Yes, it could be helpful, but if we stop thinking and rely most of our creativity with AI, we are doomed to become a zombie in the future. Like this is the real life Walking Dead. You are not zombie. You are not someone looking zombie, but your brain is rotting. And that is when I realized that, you know what? I am way better than AI. AI can be better in grammar than I am, but my creativity, my artistry, my dreams, and most especially my intuition cannot be replaced by AI. Astrology is an intuitive craft. It is a connection to the divine. It is a sacred language to the universe. That is why astrologer exists. Astrologer cannot be replaced by AI by any means. If you really want to have a deep dive of who you are, if you want a reading of your soul, if you really want a reading like heart to heart, soul to soul, if you want someone to see your soul, the shadows, the light of who you are, find an astrologer who resonates with you and ask them to read your chart. Dig deep, seek on the internet. There is like a vast number of astrologers who are very good and who will resonate with you. And if you're called to have a reading with me, I'm just a DM away. I'm offering still a one-on-one natal chart reading because this is the craft. This is like the magic that I offer. This is the medicine that I offer to this world. And before we end this episode, if you're watching through YouTube or video on Spotify, my mic is attached to an oracle card from the Herbal Astrology Oracle of Adrinna Ayales, the founder and owner of Anima Mundi. They sell a lot of are just natural medicines of the world. Now, in every episode, I want to read one card that I intuitively pick up for this episode. And let me reveal this card to you now. If you are watching through YouTube or video on Spotify, I encourage you to look at the video to see this beautiful. This is how we do it. Beautiful oracle card. This is the back design. Look at that. So pretty. Now, let me flip my card for you to see it. It is number 27, Reishi, which means retreat. So let me flip for you to look at this beautiful card. As you can see, Reishi is a type of mushroom. Isn't it pretty? Now, let me pull up the meaning from the guide. All right. So, Reishi, that means retreat. Since this is an herbal astrology, there is a ruler for every card, which is for this one, Jupiter and the Sun. So, this is the meaning of the card. Called Lingxi in Chinese, Reishi represents immortality and is considered the herb of spiritual potency, meaning success, well-being, divine power, and longevity. Said to have been discovered in 3 396 BC in the Changbai Mountain in China by Taoist monk that's been called the anti-aging mushroom in a powerful Shen tonic, a category of medicine that nourish the spirit. In China, oldest Materia Medica, the herbal classic written around 200 CE, reishi held first place above ginseng. The text says reishi helps stabilize qi in the head and assists in mental activities, tonifies the spleen, increase wisdom, and improve memory. Long-term consumption will lighten the body, increase vitality, and delay aging for years. Reishi's borderline miraculous properties are being researched, verifying ancient knowledge, including how the mushroom profoundly relaxes the nervous system, calms the mind, and induces the state of relaxed focus. One of the many reasons spiritual seekers consume this mushroom is for the spiritual experience it unlocks when in meditation. Recent studies have also demonstrated measurable life-extending properties as well as reishi's ability to activate brain neurons and increase nerve growth factors level in cells. Reishi powerfully influences our main spiritual centers, the endocrine, nervous, and hormonal systems. Hormones powerfully impact our perception, mood, sleep-wake cycles, ability to bond with others, and awareness of reality. They activate the nervous system, which is also directly related to igniting mystical experiences, and Reishi is ruled by Jupiter, the guru of planets, the one that dictates how we derive wisdom and access to the mysteries of life. Jupiter has a vast quantity of spirit-enhancing herbs that are often used in meditation and induce altered state of meditation like Reishi. Guidance. Pause. It's time for renewal. If you feel overwhelmed or mentally overlooked, it's time to retreat. Take the time to recuperate and recharge, and personal growth will follow. Overstimulation and indecision led to a sense of weakness, imprisonment, and a feeling that you are evading death. Like bear, hibernate, or rest before you take on the next project or challenge, many Native American tribes have called this space of inner contemplation the Dream Lodge, a place to witness death and see beyond the confines of physical reality by visiting the dream time. Create this space to be in silence and calm the internet chatter. Reflection is the key to the path of self-mastery. How beautiful the meaning of this. This is like a beautiful reminder for you to hibernate, take a rest, withdraw, and self-reflect. Before receiving those wisdom, gift from the universe, Jupiter is encouraging us to rest, for us to hold bigger wisdom, for us to have the capacity to receive and accept the mission and the soul's purpose that we signed up in this life. Thanks so much for being here and thank you for joining me. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, leave a comment or review on Spotify. I would highly appreciate your feedback in every episode. If you like to have another deck of cards on this one, give me a recommendation and we'll do that in the future. Otherwise, thank you for being here and I hope that you are remembering who you are in every breath that you say. I love you all and thank you for joining me and see you on the next episode. Bye.